Hello, my name is Glenn Dyer, and you are watching A Dire Situation.
No! Bad guest star! Bad guest star! Scooch in, let the real man in.
I'm sorry, sir.
Wow, you're more submissive than I expected. Damn.
Well,
Hi.
after I lost my job, I just gave up on everything.
Happens. Hi, Rob here. Welcome to another installment of Rob Reviews. So we have Alex and surprise guest star Glenn Dyer of Dyer Central here.
Hi.
So we just saw the newest Pixar film, Coco,
Yeah.
Yep.
which should not be named Coco.
It doesn't even have much chocolate in it.
Or the lady from Rugrats in Paris.
Or Conan O'Brien.
Seriously though, the movie should not be called Coco. I won't say why, but I don't know, maybe you could have called it like, I don't know, the Spanish word for music? Shows you how much.
Musical?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe? I don't know. That sounds a bit generic.
I think Coco had some charm.
I guess.
Yeah, but considering the events of the movie, I feel they could have done something better.
I don't know. I guess there's like a theme there.
It's sort of annoying in the way, almost like in the same way of having, a big billboard of a character who doesn't even show up in that form until like over halfway through the movie. Like a...
Oh,
What?
We're not going into spoilers, by the way, but... well, this is off to a lovely start.
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
I have no idea what's happening.
Great review.
So yeah, last time I remember you saw a Pixar movie, you said that Pixar is dead.
Yeah. With this movie, I guess it might be on the same lines. I think I rediscovered my soul.
Oh, good.
So, I now feel things again, and I love the world I live in. So, little awkward I said that, but about Cars 3.
Yeah.
So yeah. I thought it was
Yeah.
charming and beautiful, and I loved the art in it, and I thought the story was original enough to make me happy, and I was bawling like a baby at the end. So
Aw, really?
there you go. Yeah,
You were actually tearing up?
I was a
Oh
lot.
my god!
Well, I was too, but that's because I'm really tired.
Yeah. Well, how about your general thoughts?
Oh god, you could just look. I can literally just parrot what Glenn said. I don't have an
Okay.
original bone in my body.
Of all the movies to talk about a bone in your body.
Yeah, I really like that. I'm not too into Mexican folklore, but like the most I know about the Land of the Dead is like from Grim Fandango.
Yeah, that did enter my mind at one point.
I know.
thinking.
Well, the only thing I know about Land of the Dead is El Muerto, that movie I reviewed as Chadwick Jones, which
Yeah.
does not depict it in a very good light.
No, definitely
So,
Yeah. And of course, we have 3 white guys here, so... And I'm sure it's probably real great for, Mexicans to see this movie. This, hopefully... I'm saying this okay, phrasing it okay. But... yeah, it's probably going to be cool for people who are Mexican to, see their culture represented in this movie, assuming that it's represented well.
And even not, it's interesting enough to
Yeah.
get people who aren't interested before to hey,
Oh, yeah,
I want to learn
totally.
more about this. What's all these spirit animals and all
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. My general thoughts, I like it fine. I'd say it gets better as it goes along. The first third, I'm still into it, but it had an issue or two, and especially as the film goes on and twists are revealed, then that's when it really started to come in. And in any case, the animation is wonderful.
that. Yeah.
Like some of the stuff on people, there was this one, there was a shirt that one of the skeletons had that looked so real. And there was some good skin and
Yeah.
hair stuff too.
I have to say, I like the way they drape the clothes on the skeletons. If you look really closely, this one guy has his belt literally strapped to his hip bones. and some of the women have theirs like around their spine, so it actually forms the correct hourglass.
I remember like someone had a collar like literally around their neck like vertebrae instead of like around it, so that was pretty. That's
Yeah,
it's
and
very
of course
design.
the environments. Holy God!
yeah. There's some good environments in there.
Like especially, yeah, the good, incredible, stunning, so stunning. Like, as long as I can get one last chance to ride the Grand Fiesta Tour, I am totally fine with this coming into Epcot. Like,
Yeah.
like that's the rumor that's going around that Coco is
Really?
going to, like, be put into the Mexico Pavilion.
Oh.
Like, again, as long as I can get one last chance to go on the current version of the ride there, I am fine with this. I'm, like, I don't know if this is going to lend itself to such a great ride if they just reskin the one that's currently there, but it could still be pretty cool.
It's very colorful, this movie. I understand that. There was kind of a lot of orange.
I think that's just like
I know
the
it's
Day of the Dead thing. Yeah.
I know it's a Day of the Dead thing. It was a little distracting for me, but again, it could just be me. There's a lot of other stuff it's very bright, vibrant, and you could probably. It's not tiring visuals, I would say. It's very. It changes it up a lot. There was one thing like the main kid's voice. I couldn't get into it for a while. It kind of grew on me, but I don't know.
For me, it wasn't his voice, it was his character. Like, he was probably the weakest part of the film for me, was his character. He gets better by the last third, but, I mean, you still kind of like him, but at the same time, he could have been a bit better. Especially, like, some of the, like I said, the first third probably could use the most work, in, like, or maybe first half. I don't know.
And the first section, like
Yeah.
you could probably call it that.
Yeah, well, like,
you can definitely feel that like this is a section and this is a section.
yeah, the best stuff in the movie, like the last third or half, or the last third or so is like, it's once shit gets real.
Well, for me, the magic per se started happening once they entered the
Oh yeah,
the new world.
yeah,
that
that's
was the moment when I kind of relaxed and realized this is probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's certainly a turning point.
yeah.
Crossing the threshold, if I may. So I do have to wonder, like, why wasn't this released closer to Dia de los Muertos?
I have no idea.
I have to imagine scheduling.
I guess, but it would have seemed appropriate.
It
would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. What else? Was there any other animated movies coming out around that time?
Around the end of October? I
Probably
can't remember.
not.
There's normally something. I mean, maybe
We're
not.
terrible people for not knowing exactly everything about the film industry.
Yeah, I've been out of
like,
reviews for a few months. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. In its defense, like, the way this year has gone, the ratio of new releases I've seen versus just screenings of movies from before this year is probably kind of even. Yeah, a lot of pre-17 movies this year. What is it? And, there's something else that pertains to before this movie. Just gonna say it should not be here.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it because I want to focus on the actual movie that's actually being released. The actual Pixar movie here.
But you know what we're talking about if you know.
Yeah, it should not be here.
Presumably, look at the poster. It's probably mentioned.
At least not here.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that it shouldn't exist, just not this way.
Definitely.
And, feel free to mention this in the comments if you like. So the thing before the movie where they were, like,
Oh, yeah.
talking about this one shot.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of, like, the stuff they did with, like, Box Trolls and Kubo, but...
Except those were the actual trailers.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, do you mean, like,
No,
the
stuff
little
afterwards.
mid-credits things?
Yeah. The mid-credit scenes. That's what remind me of those.
Yeah.
But then
Those are more just. Those aren't. Here's how we did it.
It reminded me of them. I didn't say it's exactly like
okay.
them.
Okay. Apologies. Understood.
But the point was, those were at the end. This was right before the movie.
Yeah.
So I had no idea.
They awkwardly stick in the thing of like, here's how we put together this one shot from the movie.
It's like,
because can't we just see this thing in the actual movie?
Yeah.
We're already seeing the movie, so we don't have to worry about any trailers for this movie giving away things. And apparently one of them gave away a pretty big spoiler from what I hear. I don't know what, I'll find out later, but, can we discover a movie? And then with the thing that should not be here, which is too long for being here, which is why it should not be here, vague words, this just makes it even longer! Get to the movie!
Yeah. Well, my problem was just it shattered the illusion. I mean, you showed how you made the scenes.
Save it for after.
Well, thanks. Because when that scene gets revealed, well, geez.
We're not very impressed.
I was averting my eyes because, trailer paranoia guy here.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, it just... That's not necessary.
At least it wasn't super long.
I know it felt super long to me. But I guess I was just
It wasn't a
waiting for the movie to
35-minute thing before the never-ending story.
Yeah.
Or however long the thing in front of the Hobbit was.
The Hobbit thing was like 4 or 5 minutes long.
Yeah, this was only like a couple minutes.
For those of you who don't know, when I saw The Hobbit, I don't know if this is in all screenings, I think it was the third Hobbit movie, they had a 4 or 5 minute pre-introduction thing where they said, well, I would like to thank everybody in New Zealand for helping me make this movie. And here's how we made all these shots, and it looks so cool, and I am so thankful to all of you. That's why I'm ruining the movie for you right now. You can leave the theater now, and you don't have to spend 2.5 hours watching this. All right, have a good day.
Okay. If I may, regarding the release date, maybe with the themes of the movie, it's good themes to have around this time of year at Thanksgiving time when, family together and whatnot.
But that logic could be like any point of the year, though.
That is true.
They're good values,
And,
no matter what.
But then again, you do have a specific holiday you're referring to in this movie, so
Sure, yeah.
maybe you could release it around that holiday.
Also, did you know?
This
This isn't even like releasing a Christmas movie in November. This is after Dia de los Muertos.
At least it's kind of like the same month.
Did you also notice that
It's almost a month
skillfully-
later. Or, however, wait, that goes into November, does it?
I'm pretty sure it's November 1st. I could be very wrong.
But also, did you notice how skillfully they wove into the lore the fact that even if you don't celebrate Dios de los Muertos, your family members are fine. If you notice the way the lore actually works. Like, you don't have to worry, like, if you don't celebrate it, your family members are in a horrible place or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, that's clever. I thought that was clever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the actual lore of Dios de los Muertos, but that's how they wove it into the movie, and I thought it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm a touch lost on what you mean. Maybe you can explain to me later. I don't know.
Alright.
So,
The music was pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently it was the Lopez's, and a couple other people, but yeah, I had no clue.
Composition-wise, specifically on this one song, we can't get into spoilers here, but it's one of the bigger songs in the movie.
Yeah.
But composition-wise, there's a few different versions of it in the movie, and they do that very well. It helps story-wise, it helps theme-wise, and it helps making Glenn bawl like a baby-wise. So
Yeah.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, they do use it nicely. It does come in nicely.
Yeah, definitely for a movie focused around music, they use the music pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say this, trying not to be too spoilery. There's a plot element in this that is kind of akin to a plot element from Big Hero 6, but I'd say it's probably executed here better than in Big Hero 6, maybe? I'm not sure, I'll have to think about that. It reminded me of it.
Yeah.
But it's something that seems like, oh gee, no duh. But I can't talk about it too much.
Yeah, you have to tell me afterwards, and I'm not understanding.
I have no idea what he's talking about, guys.
Alright,
Mhm.
so... Anything left to say?
I can't think of anything.
So yeah, it's not enough. Like, as a friend of mine said, like, the kind of problem, to paraphrase, a problem with Pixar movies after Inside Out, as they'll be compared to Inside Out. So
Good thing I never watched it.
and you're not as mainstream with it. Not mainstream, not as in the hype with it.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't hate it. I thought it was okay. I
Okay.
thought Inside Out was okay. I
Yeah.
like this movie a lot more.
Really?
Yeah, a lot more.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
Understood. Yeah. And as someone who is in the crowd of like, oh my god, Inside Out is incredible. Like this is, it's not Inside Out. Who knows when or if we'll get another one of those, but it's still nice. It's a nice one, and like I'd give it maybe a high B or something.
Yeah, I would definitely give it 2 3/4 thumbs up.
I like it a lot.
Okay. So, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Glenn, for suddenly showing up today.
No problem.
And no joke, he suddenly showed up today, pretty much.
I showed up yesterday. I told you I was here today.
I didn't see your thing until this morning.
Well, yeah. I told you today. That's what I said.
This morning is today.
So,
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. So.
whatever. So, check out Coco and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you very much, and later.